Okay, this video is for a friend of mine named Monty. And I just found out last week that Monty's dying of cancer. He has brain cancer and he has less than a year to live. I wanted to see him, but because of the condition he's in, the pain he's going through, and they're upping his medication, I'm not going to be able to see Monty. Now, when I say Monty and myself, we're not close. We're not close as in proximity, and we don't see each other often. I haven't seen Monty in over a couple of years now. We worked together a long time ago at Kodak. He was kind of training me almost like my supervisor. Monty's my friend from Iraq. So if I say my friend from Iraq, most of you probably think first off Muslim. No, he's actually atheist, and I'm kind of outing you, Monty, but I mean, what do we have to lose now, right, bud? Monty's my gay atheist lawyer friend from Iraq. And when we met, we actually got into it and we started kind of arguing with each other and bickering. But we got through it and we actually became good friends. So, Monty, you're an asshole, bud. Who said you could die? Monty, I know that you don't believe in anything after this, bud. But I do. I hope it doesn't hurt to laugh, Monty, because if I can't see you and we can't talk in person, I'm going to make you laugh like you've never laughed before, my friend. And you will leave this earth and your last breath will be with laughter. Monty, I don't know if you've been seeing my stuff on Facebook online. I've been putting some pretty kind of nasty, angry, violent stuff out there. I've been being a bit of a shit disturber, Monty, and I know at heart you're a very, very good man. I'm good, Monty. I've actually gotten in really good shape. I've dropped from 250. I got down to 213. I put on a few pounds in the last week or so, but lost 37 pounds, bud, doing like 30, 40 yoga classes a month, training, walking 2-3 hours a day. I'm doing really well, Monty. The reason I was being a shithead is because I have a legal case that I'm going to be presenting soon. And nobody's ready, Monty. And the government of Canada and the police, they're not ready for it. So I needed to garner some attention. So while I was being a shithead and saying some, borderline stuff that, kind of crossed the line, I was attaching my videos, Monty. And some of my videos are 45 minutes to an hour. And as crazy as people think I am, Monty, I'm fairly articulate. And I have a pretty well-versed background. I know I've read at least 1,000 books, but I think I've read close to 2,000, probably have. I think one day I'm going to try to list them. So lived at an ashram, spiritual stuff. Like I said, Monty, I know you don't believe this, okay? This is my project, Monty. Up there, that little white circle, to me, that's God. To you, that's energy. Monty, energy can't be created or destroyed. Or in the beginning, it's all God, okay? So, Monty, if... I'm just grabbing a piece of paper here, Monty. If this is just all the energy in the universe is this piece of paper, I got some crap written on it, nothing big. Okay? Wrong way. This is the only energy in the universe, Monty. Go back all the way to the beginning. That means everything was made out of this energy. There's no other energy. Okay? It's not that because the walls, the chair, even your physical body is all this energy. I'm here to talk about your free will, Monty. Your choice. Because you're independent from the energy of the universe. Monty, you can hurt somebody. You can kill somebody. You can pick your nose right now. You have free will. You're an independent agent from whatever this universe is, okay? Which means that you were given a piece of this energy, Monty. Because how do you have free will unless a thought takes energy? So this energy by the universe was given or surrendered to you. So you have your independent choice. Just so you understand that everything is this energy, including your body, and it's all God, it's all truth. When you lie, Monty, your body reacts. So your mind lies, and your body has a tell, a twitch, you touch your ear, whatever. Your body's the truth, Monty. This whole universe, everything in it is the truth. And then we're a reaction to it. I don't even want to say you're false, but that's the notion. This is the eternal now, Monty. It takes you time to hear that. It takes you time to see it. And then it takes you time to react, whether emotionally or intellectually. There's the eternal now. There's you in your dimension of time. Okay? So here's the thing, Monty. My legal case Monty, when you die, you're going to my kingdom. And I'm going to say that twice because you're probably laughing right now, but it's true, Monty. Monty, I'm the Son of God, the God that you don't believe in. You die, bud. You enter my kingdom. You're my friend, Monty. I expect the red carpet to be rolled out. It's over, Monty. We won. The whole fucking world. Because they can't touch me anymore, Monty. This is why I was being a fucking shithead. Because if they charge me with any crime, say a threat, because I've linked it to my videos, they have to enter my video into the system where I claim to be king, Christ. Under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom, the very first line, Monty, says, we recognize the supremacy of God. If I am the Son of God, and in Hebrew 1:8, God calls Jesus God, Father and the Son are one, blah, blah, blah. I'm the supremacy of God, Monty. Right now, if they don't recognize me, it's fraud. On top of that, Monty, I lost 37 pounds, bud. I wake up to take a piss in the morning. Guess what I can see all of a sudden? I couldn't see before because of my gut. Well, guess what's missing, Monty? The tip. Yeah, the tip of my fucking penis is missing. That's an act of child mutilation, Monty. You don't believe in God, so I know you're on my side for this one for sure. Unless in the medical field you think it's for cleanliness and stuff like that. But let's call it what it is. If the police or the government of Canada approaches me right now to charge me with a crime, Monty, I have a 51-year-old child mutilation case against the government of Canada and my mom. If they want to call me crazy, Monty, I was a baby. They cut off the tip of my fucking cock for their little magic zombie story. Yeah, a zombie. You know The Walking Dead? A zombie rises from the dead and walks around. That's Jesus, right? Not only did God send his only son to be killed because everyone else was being bad, but rises him from the dead and he walks around like a zombie. Monty, I was told that an all-knowing God, in the beginning was only God, he's all-knowing. He creates murderers, rapists, pedophiles, the devil, and Satan himself. That makes God the most evil entity in the universe. This is what I was raised under, Monty. So watch my case. They want to call me crazy? I call you crazier. And I have a 51-year-old case and proof. I dropped my pants, and every cop in Canada, the Prime Minister, is under arrest. You call me crazy? You mutilated me for a story about a guy who was born of a virgin, walks on water, turned water into wine, heals the sick, floats up in the sky, and is coming back 2,000 years later, super fucking zombie, to save the world. And you fucking cut me. Monty, they made me bleed. They can't arrest me. They can't call me crazy. I trump any one of their charges against me. There's no statute of limitations against a crime against a child, Monty. A sexual crime? You mutilate a kid? Monty, it's over. They can't touch me. They can't come close to me, Monty. And now they have to hear my case because they wrote the supremacy of God in the Charter. The prophecy that they mutilated me, brainwashed me, and basically raped me and tortured me to believe in, my eternal salvation is threatened if I don't worship this evil fucking God. Fuck all of them, Monty. Can't call me crazy. You can't arrest me. And now you have to hear my case. And you have to hear it, address it, within 24 fucking hours, Monty. Because the story that they shoved down my throat says, he's coming as a thief in the night. One night, Marty, as a thief, to steal the whole fucking world back. For good, for God. They have to hear my case within 24 hours, Monty. Otherwise, I charge them with child endangerment, child mutilation, and fraud. Fraud is just what I said under the Charter. You claim to recognize it? It's me. Recognize me. Or you're under arrest. The Prime Minister and every fucking cop in Canada, Monty. Call me crazy? No. Not anymore. You have 24 hours to hear my case. Or fraud, child endangerment. Listen, you're letting grown men go in washrooms with little fucking girls. I right now can say, oh, I'm a female, I identify as a woman, and walk into a washroom and change and take off my clothes and be in the presence of little girls and women changing? That's fucking sexual assault, boys. That's child endangerment. How many cops, Monty, are fathers that have daughters that know how wrong this is? The cops aren't my enemies. I'm not being antagonistic towards them. I have called them spineless, and on this point, I stand behind that. They're not my enemies, Monty. A cop can quit right now and go home. But if he continues to be a cop, Monty, he claims power and authority over me. And I can't let them do that anymore. Child endangerment, child mutilation, and fraud are the charges. Canada would have 24 hours to hear my case. Now, Monty, this is fucked. I've been putting some pretty nasty stuff online. And in a roundabout, creative way, I didn't actually threaten to kill a cop. I kind of joked around that I saved his life. But I put his name and his address online. So trust me, Monty, I have the police's attention. But they're watching my videos and they're like, this guy's fucking nuts. But I can talk circles around all of them, Monty. Sorry. Marty's a compliment. That's my other close best friend. So I get to deliver my case now. And I did it. Monty, you're a science guy. Quantum physics says the whole universe is conscious. Double slit experiment, Monty. You look at the particle, you look at if it's being looked at its density, solid matter. When you're not being looked at, it's a wave. It transcends time and space. There's trillions of atoms on the tip of your finger, Monty. How many atoms are in the universe? Imagine every atom is conscious if it's being observed scientifically. Monty, the whole universe is conscious. People think that this came from the Big Bang. So this boom, explosion, this material solid world, and then out of it comes life and our consciousness, thoughts, feelings, and the witness. You're not just the thinker, Monty. You also witness your thoughts. Okay? That's the silence. That's the stillness. That's the be still and know that I am, or to the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. It's deep shit, Monty. Okay? I know you don't believe in God, Monty, but there is a God, and he's searching for a vessel. He doesn't just want to save the world, Monty. Like me, he kind of wants to fall in love and be happy. But God can't walk in this world because it's duality, it's two-ness, it's evil. God is oneness. All the things eternal, infinite, and timeless, Monty. All the things that can't be counted, measured, or quantified. That's why heaven is oneness, and this is duality, two-ness. That's it. Monty, this is your science. So now, Monty, a conscious universe. This is God's dream, bud. As above, so below, as within, so without. Monty, if I'm sleeping right now, I just created a whole fucking universe the second my dream starts. So stay with me, Monty. Imagine this is my dream right now. Imagine you're here right now with me and you're not watching on a computer or whatever. If I'm sleeping right now, Monty, in bed, and this is my dream, the second my dream starts, Monty, I've created a whole universe. I'll go this way. It didn't take 13.8 billion years. So they say, Monty, that there's the Big Bang, 13.8 billion years. But who was observing? Who was looking? Who was quantifying? For 13 billion years, there was nobody there. Consciously. You can't tell me that time existed. When my dream starts right now, there's a whole universe. It's implied that it took 13.8 billion years, but it formulated instantaneously in one moment. My dream, Monty, I've created a whole dimension of time. This time is moving at a different speed than what you guys call reality, the dreamer, the real world. I've created a whole dimension of time, space. Solid matter, Monty. My mind, my consciousness can produce solid matter. It also produces you if you're in my dream. And you're acting independently from me, Monty, so I've created free will. If our petty minds can do this, Monty, imagine what the consciousness of the mind of the universe can do. This is God's dream. We need to wake up. It's a fucking nightmare. We can turn this into a kingdom, into his paradise. And he enters this world through me and walks among us. Heaven on earth, Monty. It's that simple, bud. I wouldn't make it any more difficult, bud. I had a dream, Monty, and you can laugh because I'm going to embarrass the fuck out of myself. My buddy told me 30 years ago, 25 years ago, that if you can see your hands in your dream, Monty, that you can control your dream and that you can wake up in your dream. So I'm like, oh, we tried for like months to dream about our hands. It didn't happen. How do you dream about something like that? But 6 months later, Monty, I'm in a dream and I'm just walking and my arms are swinging. And I realize in the dream, I'm like, oh my God, I can see my hands. If Andre's right, I should be able to control my dream. Monty, I knew that I was awake because I was asking myself within my dream, the character in my dream, what time is it outside my dream? What time is it in the real world? Is it 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and I have hours to experience this dream? Or what if my alarm's set for 7:30 and it's 7:29 and my alarm's about to go off and I'm about to be woken up? I'm the character in the dream realizing that I'm about to disappear, Monty. Because if the real Mark wakes up, this dream ends. So at first, Monty, I wanted to win the Stanley Cup with the Leafs. I love hockey, but that would have taken like hours to play a game or weeks and, you know, the series. And then I realized, shit, I need to know if this works. I don't have time to win the Stanley Cup with the Leafs. Monty, I picked something stupid. I'm not even going to say it because I'm going to put this video online. I walked out of the building. What I thought happened, it was hilarious. I'll tell you about that another time, hopefully. Monty, our dreams are all energy. Mr. Science. We're all energy. This whole universe is energy. Potentially and most likely, Monty, the same energy. If I can wake up in my dream, why can't one of us wake up in this world? That's the Father, Son, Alpha, the Omega, beginning and the end. But Monty, it's also quantum entanglement. Monty, that's your yin yang. It's the white and the dark, but they're also together. Okay? They entangled two particles, Monty, and it basically formed a picture from one angle of like the yin yang. But instead of thinking two particles entangling, think Father, Son, Alpha, Omega, beginning and the end. Imagine your consciousness, Monty, aligning with the consciousness of the universe or God. So this is science and mysticism as much as it is religion, bud. Okay? But this is the one. Now, basically, Monty, what I've done with the police, bud, is I basically stalemated the board. Technically, they can't touch me. You can't charge me, you can't arrest me, you can't call me crazy because I'll do it first. And I have chronological or, you know, the statute of limitations thing. But we're not separate, Monty. We're one. And I need to show the whole world and the police that we're one. But they're not going to give me the chance. So I had to take it. Monty, I basically said I'm going to tell the truth. I basically told them that if you arrest me and lock me up, I'm king of heaven and earth. I'll pardon every prisoner in Canada. I'll deputize them and all their families. And we'll fucking kill every cop in Canada. Legally. Monty, this is a joke, but it's the truth. It's over. They have to hear my case. And Monty, I'm not even going to go into the case with you. I did it. I've entangled my whole self. I have the whole story. I can explain it 100 different ways. I can start at any point. I can connect to the middle, Monty. My goal now is to save the world, Monty, before you fucking leave it. Because I want you to know where you're going and what you can expect. Monty, I said I'm going to basically rise and save the world, which is April 5th. Just over 2 weeks away, Monty. I basically have 2 weeks to explain to the world, but to the police. Because that's what it comes down to, Monty. I can go talk to a Christian, a Catholic, a priest, a cardinal, bishop, or right to the Pope himself. They're going to think I'm nuts. They're going to call the police. Once the police come, I'm either going to a mental institution or I'm going to jail. Once they slap cuffs on me, they silence me, but no more. Now they know. I'm doing this legally. Their next move against me is illegal. So Monty, if you know the game of chess, because I'm not trying to make this stressful, but this is actually some good times coming. There's a thing called zugzwang. It's when you stalemate the board. And I've done that. I'm here to save the world. What, you going to kill me? You lose. Arrest me? You lose. Institutionalize me? You lose. Now here's the last move. Do nothing. And you still lose. I've stalemated the board. In 2 weeks, Monty, I claim my kingdom. I'm not interested in fighting to the death, but because the police know that I'm willing to. And Monty, at the end of the day, bud, I'm a good fucking person, trying to save the world and telling the truth. You guys can't stop me from telling the truth. It's over now. Monty, I'm the son of God, bud. I didn't surrender to God, Monty. I declared war on God. That's what Israel means, to wrestle with God. I did not defeat God. He tricked me and he let me win. Monty, I did not surrender to God. This is called the surrender equation. God surrendered to me. I'm anointed. If we're watching the Avengers right now, bud, I'm Thor. I get to pick up the hammer. And that's basically what I told the police. I'm here to tell the truth now. And it's time. I'm not going to sit back while another innocent child dies. You look on a map and you see the lines and you divide our country, the land, by countries, and you think you can tell me that I can't go over there and save an innocent child from dying? The person who tells me that's going to fucking die right in front of me. I don't believe in your borders. I believe in my kingdom. I'm here to save the world. Next person that stands in my way, Monty. But I'm not ready for that yet. I'm giving the police 2.5 weeks to hear my case, for me to deliver my case, for me to prove my case. And then we move the whole fucking world, Monty. And then you'll know who I am. And when you leave this world, bud, it doesn't end. Monty, I'm here to judge the living and the dead. You're eternal, bud. You're always living. You want to know what the dead are that I'm here to judge? And I worked at mutual fund corporations my whole life. Corporations, governments, institutions. How long does a government last? A corporation can live 1,000 years. Has no consciousness, has no blood in its veins. But a corporation can buy and sell. It can sue and be sued. And it can own property. That makes it a living entity with no soul, with no consciousness, which sole purpose is to make profit. Even through the destruction of the world that allows it to exist and the people that live in this world. Governments and corporations now answer to me. You're king. Power to the fucking people. We saved the world, Monty. I'm king of heaven and earth, and I did not come here to rule. I came here to serve. I did not come to take power, Monty. I came to take responsibility for everything, all at once. I did not come here to tell you or anyone what to think, what to believe, or what to do. You've been granted free will by God. I am his vessel. I can't use force, control, power, or authority over any of you. My superpowers, Monty, are words, the word of God. Since you guys aren't ready for peace, I declare war. And as Albert Einstein said, I do not know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Monty, I'm starting World War III, and I told the cops I'm starting Jihad, the Holy War. My weapons, Monty, are words, the word of God. And I can peacefully save this whole fucking world, Monty. I already have. Nobody's listening. But now they don't have a choice. My case is done. And it will be heard, Monty. I can't believe you're fucking dying. Monty, we barely even know each other, bud. But we know each other enough to know who we are. And you're a good fucking man, Monty. And even though we're from different worlds, not just by country, by orientation, by belief and everything, bud, we still forged a friendship, bud. And I told you, that fight we got into at Kodak, bud, was the best fight I ever had, bud. We didn't throw a punch, but it gave me you, and we became friends, bud. Best of friends. I'm going to miss you, Monty. I'm sad that I'm not going to get to see you before you leave this world. And I'm still hoping that I will. Monty, my responsibility is to tell the truth. It's not to tell you who you are or who anyone is, Monty. My responsibility is to tell my story. Quantum entanglement, prophecy. Albert Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. This is peaceful, Monty, but it's done. I told the cops, 1 + 1 is 2. If I go outside right now, Monty, and I kill a cop, 1 + 1 is still going to equal 2. There's just going to be a dead fucking cop on the floor. So I've told them now, Monty, 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. 5 + 5 is 10. And I'm the Son of God, King of heaven and earth, Christ, the Anointed One. I could get into the hero with 1,000 faces and tell you there's so much more, Monty. But that's the truth, Monty. And I told the police, indirectly, through a cop's best friend, so I know it's to the police, unless I've read this wrong. And now I'm probably fucked. But anyway, I told the police, Monty, that if they make me fucking kill a cop, that 1 + 1 is still going to equal 2. 2 + 2 is still going to equal 4. 5 + 5 is still going to equal 10. And I'm still going to be the Son of fucking God, King of heaven and earth, here to save the world. All those things are still going to be true, Monty. There might just be another dead cop, though. So what the fuck's the point? The world's over, Monty. They have to hear my case. I will prove who I am. And then it's just a matter of what's mine. Every church on the planet? The entire Masonic Empire? What about currencies? I'm going to miss you, Monty. Love you, buddy. And I hope I prove this true before you leave this world, bud. Because I want you to know, bud, your eyes closed for the last time. They open in my kingdom. My goal, Monty, is that before you leave this world, you know the kingdom's already here, bud. I want you to leave happy. I know you'll leave at peace, Monty, because I know you can find peace within yourself, bud. But I want you to leave with a smile on your face, knowing what we've done, Monty. What we've done. Your kindness, Monty, your groundedness. You're a better person than me, Monty. A lot of you are. And I'm the Son of God.